the mentality here, because I like to start with you guys, the people that I'm reading for. You guys are going into this relationship, the soulmate relationship, with the Ace of Wands rather, and the Tower. Now, the Ace of Wands talks about a new beginning, something that's, screams creativity, a second chance also, because the Ace of Wands period is like reigniting a fire, reigniting a candle, putting that fire back into a situation. And this is you starting something new, starting something fresh, and it's exciting, and it's enthusiastic. This is something that's definitely screams you, right? Very something you can have pride in, something that you have serious passion in. There's a lot of passion involved in this connection, and it came from a period of time or a period of change, a radical change. You're starting something fresh in a different direction that involves, true passion that really gets you guys really going. Something that screams your individuality. Now, the other person here is meant to come in this relationship kind of with a bit of doubt. So they're not necessarily sure if this is something that they really want to put all the effort and time into. Not because they don't have necessarily any faith in you and as far as the relationship goes, but it's more of a sense of commitment that they feel like they don't know if they have for themselves. I get the feeling for, okay, because they do have the Queen of Cups, Queen of Pentacles as the heart of their reading, and everything here is about the Queen of Wands. The challenge in which you guys face together has to do with the individual confidence, because that's what the Queen of Wands represents, right? Confidence in oneself. So this person's coming in with a little bit of doubt, and you're coming into this seeing this as a new opportunity to start something completely fresh, completely brand new, starting from scratch. Now, the body aspect is representing what you guys show to each other, like who you are in this present moment, right? What you're displaying to others, displaying to people around you, especially the person that you're dealing with. Now, how this person's coming off is with a little bit of doubt. They're still, they're still seen as, coming from, relating in the same place. They may be thinking whether, thinking all the doubts. They are, how they're presenting themselves is that they feel the same way that you do. Okay. Now, emotionally, this could indicate that you guys both want something, because the underlying energy is showing the Nine of Cups, right? You do have some sort of mental fulfillment or some emotional fulfillment here, but it came from some sort of turmoil, as you see here with the Five of Wands. And the Five of Pentacles is right underneath here, as a matter of fact. So there was definitely a feeling of lack, and then there was a feeling of a little bit of a struggle here. But you guys end up, this is about getting exactly what you want, getting to your heart's desire. And I feel like the Two of Cups, you meeting both the minds, like-minded individuals, connecting the same. I always see the Two of Cups as kind of like a mirror effect. You guys are very similar in how you guys feel and connect. So that's obviously the thing that would make you guys attract each other. But how you feel about each other is one of the things that, that this person is showing a great deal of. Like, they're very much invested in you, because you see, and they're very much invested in themselves based off of how they are interacting with you, if that makes sense. What I'm really trying to say mostly, though, is that how they connect, well, with this Two of Cups being in their body, is that how they represent is that they kind of mirror you. They're in a very similar place. So where you guys are here is the Three of Pentacles. They both are planning for, you guys are both planning for the future. That's what it tells me. Obviously, there can't be a card here for them. The Three of Pentacles very similar, right? There's not very many cards in the deck that would specifically mean, hey, I'm looking at the potential future for us. And that's what this person is doing anyway, right? With the doubts that they got going on in their mind, they're thinking about what the future has to offer them. They're looking at it in probably a little bit of a negative sense, just because they've been working so hard and they haven't really been getting to a place where they feel like they deserve, because they have been putting their effort in and they haven't really gotten any sort of outcome from it, right? Not the outcome that they're looking for. And I feel like, obviously for you, you're seeing a bit of a different path, right? You're seeing a new opportunity, a new area in which you guys can explore. This is a new adventure, and I feel like this is something that you really want. This is something you could definitely start from scratch. So that being said, this leads us to your foundation, or your root, which is the Four of Wands. Where you're coming from is from a place of stability, right? Internally, I feel like you guys definitely, spiritually, you are in a very stable place to expand, to move forward, to grow from where you are here with this Four of Wands. Now, the fact that the Four of Wands is where you guys are coming from leads me to believe that foundationally, emotionally, you guys are ready to expand. You guys are ready to move forward. You're looking to move forward, and you're, connecting with an individual that feels the same way that you do. It's perfect. But the other person over here is coming from a place of the Queen of Pentacles. This person has been independent and working on their own for quite some time. They're very diligent on keeping, diligent at keeping the proper schedule, being organized, and they want things in order. This person, the Queen of Pentacles, shows this. Now, with the Queen of Pentacles coming up in this foundation, they also have a thing when it comes to reliability and consistency. And I think that's the thing. The reason why they have doubts here of continuing to, of seeing any sort of future at all has to do with the fact that they've always been the one that's been consistent and not anybody else. To see, if you notice, the Queen of Pentacles is their foundation. They have built a consistency for themselves to give them some sort of stability. So they're in the same place as you are, Taurus. But the way that they've done it, the way that they've gone through it, probably has gone through a little bit more of a more personal and more emotional path in a way, right? No, not saying that you haven't been doing that sort of personal and intimate sort of growth in yourself. This is why you guys are very similar. But I feel like the reason why they have doubts has a lot to do with, what they've been through, right? I think they've been through a little bit of a darker path to get to this place where they have a bits of doubts. Doesn't mean that they can't do what they want to do. It's more of like if they can truly, trust that it'll go in the direction that it'll go into. Now, like I said, you have looked like you have a little bit more faith and a little bit more, excitement about what's to come than the other person, only because they've been hit with a lot of stuff that they've been dealing on their own. As you notice, this person's doing the lawn, taking care of the crops alone. So of course, them not seeing the results of where they've been is exhausting, it's annoying, and it's very frustrating to not be where you want to be despite how hard you worked. It's like always getting hit with some sort of block or some sort of like obstacle, and you still have to pound through it. The Queen of Pentacles will pound through it, especially if she sees value in it. Now, what brings you two together is this Eight of Cups. This sort of disdain, or the sort of dissatisfaction. You guys both have come into a period in your life where you're not happy with where you are. Not that you're upset or mad at anyone or anything around you, but you're dissatisfied with how things have been going, the progress of things been going, and you're really looking for a different avenue, a different chance, well, not necessarily a different chance, but taking a different path or taking your own path, creating a new path in which, it wasn't offered or shown in the first place, right? You're determined to find another way, even if you have to make that way. And that determination is beautiful, because that shows a partner that's willing to work with you in finding ways to continue to grow, to continue to build, and to really build, get you to where you want to be, which is something that you want. The challenge is the Knight is the Queen of Wands. Taking action, perhaps, because the Queen of Wands is very action oriented. She has no issues with doing the things that she needs to do to get to what she wants. She's very ruthless in that respect. But the thing is the belief in oneself as well. Like I said, confidence is one of those things. Like I said, this person doesn't necessarily have a problem with themselves. The Queen of Pentacles shows that they're very confident in their ability to manifest, to build something stable, to build something new. To build something that is great and, beneficial on their part, and build stability. And it doesn't look like you have an issue here either, Taurus. Like, I don't think there's ever been a time where you can't build stability for yourself either. But the confidence is trusting in trusting in yourself to create this with other people, because the Three of Pentacles is in your body, and this is the Two of Cups here. Both of you guys are relying, or not necessarily relying on each other, but really working together to build something awesome, awesome for you both individually. But it's something that still rings or screams individuality, not a collective necessarily, but hey, this is me, and this is you, right? Still being separate, but one as a unit. It's very interesting. But the Queen of Wands, she works individual. She's very single, and she's very when I say single, it's like, people will know her work by how she is, because she's creative. She's active like that. But I think the thing is, right, this for you perhaps is allowing you to be more creative, to open up the doors of creativity for you, because you have taken a practical approach like this individual here. But I feel like this is allowing you to be creative, right? In a period of time where you've always been very practical, even though you're looking at practical source, this is bringing out a creative aspect out of you, because you have to kind of improvise right now. And you kind of know it. Like, this is a situation where you really have to improvise. Something may have come up, something may have been unexpected, something hit you out of the blue, and you have to improvise. The Queen of Wands is good at improvising, because she's no way she's going to sink. The Queen of Pentacles is good at improvising too, but the thing is that she still has to find her individuality within connection with people, within connection with someone. Now, again, guys, just because you see queens in here, please remember that this could be a male. You know, feminine energy comes into play in any aspect, any form, in any person, male or female. So with the queens coming up here, it doesn't mean any sort of sexual distinction of anything. This is really energetic, and this is based off of, you know, pure energy, not sex, not specifics. Now, if this was a personal reading, it would be different, but this is not. So just want to throw that out there. But it has to do with confidence. Confidence, perhaps for this person, confidence that something will work out, that this person's, you know, diligence in the process will, you know, will work, will be, you know, is worth the trouble. And perhaps even bringing out a sense of passion out of them, where they've been constantly in a very practical state. And for you, this is, again, bringing out your creativity. So it's very similar, right? For this person, more passion, still bringing out some ways creativity. This person for you, this part for you, creativity, getting you to really come from the self and improvise, create on the fly. And that playfulness right there, that is bringing out a youthfulness. Queen of Wands will be forever young. Why? Because she's always coming up with new ideas and creative ways to do things. Okay. She's very good at being creative. And I think for both energies here, there's a certain aspect of creativity and passion that's challenging you both to gain within yourself. It's very interesting. All right, let's go ahead and pull your Whispers of Love, Taurus. Let's see what you guys got. All right, let's see what you guys have here. Show simple acts of kindness. A simple act of kindness can energize you and bring happiness to those around you. Very nice. Very nice indeed. I'm going to read you guys your affirmation for that, because I feel like there's something leading me to definitely read it this time. This is number 5. So let's see what you got. So, show simple acts of kindness. One of the amazing aspects of being loving is that love also supports us. It is good to remember that when we are kind to others, we look for more opportunities to show kindness. When others are kind to us, in return, we are motivated to pass that kindness on. Take a moment to show kindness and bring more love into the world. Now, that's what I'm thinking, because like I said, this is not a situation where there's teamwork involved and someone's trying to overshadow someone. This is more of bringing out the best out of everyone. The Queen of Wands will show you that you can do it too. That's the thing, right? That's her motto. You can do it too. If I can do it, you can do it. And the thing is that this relationship between you and the soulmate is that this person is trying to bring out your best by being focused on themselves with you, right? It's very weird, right? They have their own motives, their own path, but is involving you in a way that is both supporting themselves and, improving themselves in their growth, but also allowing you to do what you need to do as far as building yourself up. So it's like a nice little combination without being dependent on each other. It's beautiful. So it's showing a simple act of kindness by being diligent on yourself and taking this person with you. Not in the sense that you need them and not the sense that they need you, but more so that you guys are on a path together that is both beneficial to either one of you. And it's that attitude that's going to get you to feel more powerful, feel more young, feel more ready for life, and really to see a part of you, especially the creative side of you, Taurus, that really can, that can really bring some greatness into your life, in a side of you that you didn't see before. This is Uranus and Taurus, right? So with it, even though it's going retrograde into Aries, you still got that bit of, a bit of a lesson before Uranus comes back.